Welcome, one and all to day 4 of the Mushroom Baseball League. Today we have the Daisy Flowers against the DK Wilds on Daisy Cruiser. This will be the first game for the Donkey Kong Wilds. It'll be a away game on Daisy Cruiser, obviously, and these games are all being streamed live at twitch.tv/TheRealPineapple, so you can tune in there if you want to watch, and let's get underway. Daisy pitching first to Blue Noki to strike. The second pitch goes over Boo's head, and Dream throws it into second, and Blue Noki will safely get to first. Here comes Green Paratrooper up to the plate, facing Daisy. Daisy pitches, Green Paratrooper hits it down center field past Boo. Goomba picks it up, throws it into second, and it's safe on second and first. Here comes the Captain v Captain on the RBI chance for Donkey Kong if he gets the double. Daisy to Donkey Kong, and it's a strike. Daisy again to Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong hits it down center field over the head of Goomba, and it'll go for a ground rule double, allowing for Donkey Kong to get to second base. No home runs there, but they do get a run on the board for the Wilds. Oh, and home runs Green Paratrooper and gets the second run on the board for the Wilds, putting Bandcat safely on first and leaving Donkey Kong safely on second there. What a hit there by Bandcat. Here comes Yellow Shy Guy up to the plate facing Daisy. Daisy pitches, and it's a strike. Daisy again, down center field past Boo to Goomba. Goomba picks it up, throws it in second, and we got all bases loaded. 3, 2, and 1 as Cade comes up to the plate to face Daisy. Daisy pitches, Cade hits, past Green Noki at first. Dream picks it up, throws it into first, nope, throws it home. And Donkey Kong will get home for the third run of the innings for the Wilds. And still, bases 3, 2, and 1 are loaded with batsmen at the moment. Here comes Meg up to the plate. Daisy pitches, and it's a strike. Daisy again to Meg. Meg hits it to Hammerbro. Hammerbro throws it to second. Boo throws it to first. Gets 2 outs in a row. The first 2 outs for the Wilds. But they get a run in the process. 2 outs down, 4 runs on the board. Here comes Jimmy up to the plate, hits it straight to Boo, and that'll be the third and final out of the innings for the Wilds. 4 runs in the first innings, not a bad performance at all there. Here come the Daisy Flowers up to bat. Green Noki first to plate, facing Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong using the star pitch straight away to Green Noki. Green Noki lets it go through for a strike. Donkey Kong again to Green Noki. Green Noki hits down center field. It's deep down center field. Will Bandcat get there? Bandcat gets under it, takes the easy catch, and that is 1 out on the board for the Daisy Flowers. Here comes Hammerbro stepping up to the plate. Donkey Kong pitches. Hammerbro lets go through for a strike. Donkey Kong again to Hammerbro. Hammerbro hits it over Blue Noki, past down center field. A little to the left of it, Bandcat picks it up, throws it into second, and Hammerbro will safely get there for a double. Good hit there by Hammerbro, avoiding getting caught by the fielders, evading the tables there. Here comes Captain v Captain again. Donkey Kong to Daisy. Daisy hits it deep down center field. Will it go far enough? No, it won't, as Bandcat takes another catch deep center field off Daisy's hit there. Daisy Cruiser, one of the biggest grounds in the competition. Donkey Kong to Pikachu. Pikachu hits it center field. Bandcat throws it into second, and Hammerbro will safely get to third as Pikachu safely gets to first. Here comes Wiggler up to the plate, facing Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong pitches, and it's a strike. 2 outs on the board, no runs on the board. What can they do to catch up to the Wilds? They should put at least 1 run on the board here in the first innings. Good hit there by Wiggler into left field, and Cade gets the catch and leaves Hammerbro stranded on third base as they get 0 runs for their first innings. Not the best performance at all if you're the GM of the Flowers. Not feeling too good as you're down 4 runs off 1 innings. Here comes Daisy to Blue Shy Guy, and it's a strike. Daisy again to Blue Shy Guy, and it's a second strike. 2 strikes on the board, 1 more for the strikeout. Daisy with the fastball. Blue Shy Guy hits it straight to Hammerbro. Hammerbro throws it to first, and that'll be the first out of the innings for the Donkey Kong Wilds. Daisy Pitches to Blue Noki. Blue Noki hits it straight to Hammerbro. Again, Hammerbro stuffs up the fielding effort. Goomba picks it up, throws it into second, and Blue Noki will safely get to first there. A bad fielding effort there from Hammerbro. Could have gotten a second out for the innings, but allows Blue Noki to get safely to first. Here comes Green Paratrooper up to the plate, choosing to bunt. Daisy picks it up, throws it to first, and gets the out there. And Blue Noki will safely chug along to second base. But that's 2 outs on the board already for the Wilds this innings. Here comes Donkey Kong, captain versus captain again. Daisy to Donkey Kong, and to strike. Daisy on the fastball to Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong hits it deep center field. Will it go all the way? Yes, it will go all the way, and there'll be 2 more runs on the board for the Donkey Kong Wilds as Donkey Kong hits it down the longest boundary of the ground, getting another home run onto the second deck of the ship. What a hit there for Donkey Kong, getting the score up to 6-0. 2 runs for this innings, 4 in the first, and the Flowers coach calls time and decides to bring Boo, the best pitcher in the competition, to the mound to swap in for Daisy. Boo pitches, and it's a ball to Bandcat. Boo again. Bandcat hits to left field, goes over the table. The error item used so they can't see where the ball is. And it's used very well. Pikachu picks it up, but too late, and Bandcat will get safe double to second base. Here comes Boo pitching to Yellow Shy Guy, and it's a strike. Again to Yellow Shy Guy. Yellow Shy Guy uses the star hit straight to Daisy. Daisy barely misses it, but chucks it up enough for Dream to get the pickup off the toss. And that'll be the third and final out for the DK Wilds. 2 runs that innings. Great performance as they're up 6-0. As we go to the bottom of the second, Grey Shy Guy and the Daisy Flowers need to pull something together, otherwise they're going to get absolutely demolished here in this game against the Wilds. Donkey Kong to Grey Shy Guy, strike. Donkey Kong star pitch to Shy Guy. Donkey Kong picks it up, throws it to first, and that'll be the first out of the innings for the Flowers. Here comes Boo to the plate facing Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong on the fastball, hits it over Blue Noki. Cade picks it up, throws it to second, and Boo will safely get to first there. Here comes Dream up to the plate facing Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong pitches. Dream hits it down center field, clears the fielders, and that'll be enough for Boo to get safely to second and Dream safely to first. Here comes Goomba up to the plate facing Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong pitches. Goomba hits it over Green Paratrooper. Again, Bandcat in center field, picking it up, throwing in to second base, but bases 1, 2, and 3 are all loaded with batsmen right now. Can they finally get their first run of the game, the Flowers? Donkey Kong to Green Noki, and it's a strike. Donkey Kong again. Blue Noki picks it up, throws it to first, gets 1 out, but there is a home there. And that is 1 run on the board for the Flowers. Here comes Donkey Kong pitching to Hammerbro. Hammerbro hits it deep in to right field, but it will be outside of the foul pole, and it will not be a home run there. Donkey Kong again to Hammerbro. Hammerbro hits it into right field and gets an out on first base, stopping Dream from getting home to get the second run of the game for the Daisy Flowers. That is unlucky, leaving Dream stranded in between third base and home plate as the final out goes down. Here comes Cade up to the pitch from Boo, and to strike. Boo again to Cade. Cade hits it down center field. Goomba picks it up, throws it into second, and Cade will safely get to first for the single. Here comes Meg up to the plate facing Boo. Boo pitches. Meg hits it deep into left field. Will it go all the way? Yes, it will. That'll be another 2 runs for the Donkey Kong Wilds as they go up 8-1. Beautiful hit there by Meg into deep left field. That is the shortest boundary on the ground. Because of the side of the ship, it cuts off half of left field basically. What a hit there by Meg to get 2 more runs for the team, going up 8-1 as Jimmy comes to the plate to face Boo, and it's a strike. Boo again to Jimmy. Jimmy hits it straight into the hands of Hammerbro, the first out for the Wilds in the top of the third. Here comes Blue Shy Guy up to the plate to face Boo. Boo pitches the fastball. Blue Shy Guy hits it straight to Hammerbro again, and that'll be 2 catches in a row for Hammerbro. 2 outs in a row for the Wilds. They've got 1 out left on the board, but they've already scored 2 runs this innings. Great performance here. Over the head of Daisy. Does Blue Noki hit it down to the deep right field. Dream picks it up, throws it into second, but Blue Noki will get safely there for a double. Here comes Green Paratrooper up to the plate. Boo pitches it. Green Paratrooper hits it straight to Daisy. Daisy throws it to first, and that'll be the third and final out of the innings there for the Wilds. But 2 runs on the board, constantly 3 innings in a row, getting more than 2 runs. What a performance here by the Donkey Kong Wilds in their first game, and it is an away game against the Daisy Flowers. Here comes Daisy, captain v captain, facing Donkey Kong. Daisy hits it down center field. It won't be far enough out of reach for Bandcat though. Bandcat gets the first catch for the innings and a first out for the innings for the Flowers. Donkey Kong fastball to Pikachu, and it'll be hit straight to Green Paratrooper, and that'll be a second catch in a row for the Donkey Kong Wilds, putting 2 outs on the board for the Flowers. Wiggler hits it deep into right field. It'll be far enough away from any fielders to take the catch, and Wiggler will get safely to second for the double. Here comes Grey Shy Guy up to the plate, facing Donkey Kong. Flowers hoping to at least get 1 run this innings. Grey Shy Guy hits it straight to Paratrooper, but the mix-up from the error item there causes him to drop the ball, and Grey Shy Guy will safely get to first as Wiggler safely gets to third. Here comes Boo facing Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong on the fastball hits it straight to Green Paratrooper, throws it into first, and that'll be the third and final out of the innings here for the Flowers. 0-1-0, not the best way to go against a 4-2-2 first 3 innings against the Wilds. Here comes the 4th innings of the game. Facing Boo is Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong hits it deep down center field. Will that be another home run? You know it will. That'll be just a single home run there for Donkey Kong. But that is an amazing hit. His 2nd home run of the game. Straight down center field again. Timing the balls perfectly with his glove. Hitting it down center field. Getting 3 runs total on the board for his team. What a captain's effort here by Donkey Kong. They're up 9-1. No outs on the board. Here comes Bandcat up to the plate to face Boo. Boo pitches. Bandcat hits down past Daisy. No, Daisy picks it up, throws it into first, and that'll be an out for the Wilds. Good fielding effort there by Daisy. Here comes Yellow Shy Guy up to the plate, facing Boo. Boo pitches, and it's a strike. Second pitch to Yellow Shy Guy. Yellow Shy Guy hits it over into left field, but Pikachu will get the catch, and that'll be 2 outs already for the Wilds. They've got 1 run on the board this innings. Will they get their first innings without 2 runs? Here comes Cade up to the plate to face Boo. It's a strike. Second pitch. Cade hits it in to left field. It'll be shorty. It'll pitch short of the table, hitting the edge of it, stopping the ball in its tracks, and allowing Cade to safely get to first. Here comes Meg up to the plate, batting on Boo. Hits it deep down center field. Will it be far enough? I don't think it will, and Goomba will get the final out of the innings for the Wilds. That is their first innings of the game with less than 2 runs, but still 9-1 on the board. What a performance so far by the DK Wilds over the Daisy Flowers. The Daisy Flowers really need to pick up their game if they want to have any chance here of winning this game. Dream hits it down center field, straight into the hands of Bandcat. Not a good shot there. That is their first out of the innings already. Goomba on the plate facing Donkey Kong, and it's a strike. Donkey Kong again to Goomba. Fastball down center field, and it's far enough short of Bandcat that Goomba will safely get to first base. Here comes Green Noki up to the plate facing Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong pitches. Green Noki hits it down center field, straight into the hands of Bandcat, and Goomba will safely jog back to first. Not a very good hit there by Green Noki, putting 2nd out on the board for the Flowers. Donkey Kong pitches to Hammerbro. Hammerbro hits it deep down center field. Will it go all the way? Will it go far enough? Yes, it will, and that'll be 2 runs on the board for the Flowers, finally getting 2 for the first time in an innings, going to their score of 3-9. They've really got to start picking their game up if they want to have a chance of winning this. But an amazing hit down center field there for Hammerbro, putting 2 runs on the board, getting the RBI chance with Goomba in there. Now, captain v captain again, Daisy v Donkey Kong, and it's a strike. 2 outs on the board, 2 runs for the innings. One strike on the board. Donkey Kong to Daisy again. Hits it down into left field, straight into the hands of Cade. And that'll be the third and final out for the innings for the Flowers. But a pretty decent innings there, getting them 2 more runs onto the board. But still down 9-3 to the DK Wilds. Here comes Jimmy up to the plate to face Boo. Boo pitching and to strike. Boo again to Jimmy. Jimmy swing and a miss, and it's a strike. Boo to Jimmy. Jimmy hits it to Hammer Bro at shortstop, throws it into first, and that'll be another out. Great fielding effort there by Hammer Bro. Boo is tired on the mound. The coach won't do anything about it for the Flowers. Blue Shy Guy hits it straight to Hammer Bro. Hammer Bro throws it to first, and that'll be a second out for the innings. Second run out there for the pairing. And here comes Blue Noki up to the plate, hoping to get another run for the Wilds. Blue Noki hits it straight into the hands of Hammer Bro, and that will be the innings. 3 pitches, 3 outs. What a performance there by the Flowers fielding team. Now let's go to see if they can do any better in this batting innings. See if they can claw back their way from the 6-run deficit they're in at the bottom of the 5th. Donkey Kong pitches to Pikachu down center field, clears the fielders. The error item used, so Pikachu can safely get to first, and that will be a safe single. Here comes Wiggler up to the plate to face Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong pitches, Wiggler hits it deep into left field. Will it go outside the foul poles? Yes, it will. That is unlucky because it was almost a home run if that stays inside the foul poles. He hits it deep into left field once again, but this time it won't be hard enough, and it will land safe in the hands of Cade. Pikachu jogging back to first base. That is an unlucky turn of events there for Wiggler. He should have gotten the home run the first one, but hits it too far to the left and gets the foul ball. Then the second ball straight into the hands of Cade in deep left field. Here comes Grey Shy Guy facing up Donkey Kong, and it's a safe down center field into first base. Here comes Boo to face Donkey Kong. An RBI chance here for Boo if he hits the double. Boo hits it straight in the hands of Green Paratrooper, throws it into first, and they'll get a double play there. And that'll be all 3 outs for the Flowers. No runs on the board that innings, and they're still down 6 runs coming into the top of the 6th innings. A 0-all innings for that 5th. First one of the game. Now here comes the Wilds. Green Paratrooper up to the plate. Boo tired at the mound, but the coach doesn't swap him out. Green Paratrooper hits it straight to Hammer Bro, and that'll be a catch for Hammer Bro. First out of the innings. Boo really tired on that mound. The coach still refusing to take him off. Boo pitches to Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong hits it down center field to Goomba, and Donkey Kong will safely get to first. 3 hits so far for Donkey Kong this game. 2 home runs and a single. Here comes Bandcat up to the plate facing Boo, and it's a strike. Boo pitching to Bandcat again. Bandcat swings down center field, straight into the hands of Goomba, and Donkey Kong will safely jog back to first. Here comes Yellow Shy Guy up to the plate. Oh, Donkey Kong tries to steal, but Boo stops that opportunity there. Donkey Kong gets safely back to first base. Yellow Shy Guy hits it down center field, straight to Goomba, but it'll hit the ground just in time, and that'll be safe on second for Donkey Kong and first on Yellow Shy Guy. Here comes Cade at the plate, facing Boo. Daisy picks it up, throws it into first, and that'll be the 3rd and final out of the innings for the Wilds. Another naught for the Wilds, but only their 2nd for the game. They're still up 9-3, a 6-run difference between the Daisy Flowers. What can they do in the bottom of the 6th to potentially claw back this game? Here comes Dream facing Donkey Kong. Hits it straight into the hands of Yellow Shy Guy and gets the run out on Dream. Here comes Donkey Kong to Goomba. 1 out on the board. 6-run deficit. Goomba hits it straight into the hands of Blue Noki. What a catch there. And that is 2 outs down for the Flowers already. Not the way they'd be wanting to start their 6th innings. And there's only 7 for the game, and they're down by 6 already. Here comes Green Noki to the plate facing Donkey Kong. Green Noki hits it center field, and it's short enough to not get a catch for Bandcat, and will get safely to first there for Green Noki. Here comes Hammer Bro up to the plate to face Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong pitches the fastball, and it's a strike past Hammer Bro. Donkey Kong again using the star pitch to Hammer Bro. Hammer Bro hits it straight to Green Paratrooper though, and he throws it to first, and that will be the 3rd and final out of the innings there for the Flowers. Another naught all 6th innings there. 9-3 still the way of the Wilds. They should be winning this game. Let's see what they can do in the final innings. Top of the 7th. Here we go. Boo to Meg. The Flowers coach still not going to swap out Boo on the mound as he's tired. Meg hits it past Hammerbro and safely gets to first. Here is Boo. They finally call time, does the Flowers coach, and decides to bring Dream to the mound, replacing Boo. Here comes Dream pitching to Jimmy. Jimmy hits it straight to Daisy, and Daisy throws it into second, getting an out, and then throws it into first to get 2 outs in the one play. That is a double play there. 2 outs on the board for the Wilds. Still up 9-3. Blue Shy Guy facing Dream, hits it straight to Pikachu in left field, and that will be the 3rd and final out for the Wilds that innings. Now, the final innings of the game, the bottom of the 7th. The Flowers need 6 to force an 8th innings. What can they do here with Daisy turning up to the plate for a captain v captain matchup again? Donkey Kong pitches the star pitch. Daisy hits it into left field, straight into the hands of Cade, and that'll be 1 out on the board for the Flowers already. Donkey Kong tired on the mound. The Wilds coach calls time and decides to bring Jimmy Beast to the mound to pitch to Pikachu, and it's a strike. Jimmy again to Pikachu. Pikachu hits it deep into center field. Will it be far out of reach for a catch? No, it won't, and that will be straight into the hands of Bandcat. That is 2 outs down already for the Flowers. They need 6 runs, and they've got no more outs to spare. Here comes Wiggler up to the plate, pitched by Jimmy, and it's a safe single there for Wiggler as he hits it down center field. Here comes Grey Shy Guy up to the plate, facing Jimmy. Jimmy pitches. Grey Shy Guy lets it go through for a strike. 6-run deficit, no outs to spare. 1 batter on first, hits it in to left field, and Cade stuffs up the catch. It'll bounce off him, and the error item use gives him enough time for Wiggler to get safely home and Grey Shy Guy to get safely to second, securing the first run in 3 innings for either side. Good play there by Grey Shy Guy and the error item use there to stop Cade from taking that catch, and Wiggler will safely get home for the 4th run for the Daisy Flowers. Here comes Jimmy pitching to Boo. Boo hits it over the head of Green Paratrooper into right field, and it will be safe enough for Grey Shy Guy to get home and for Boo to safely get to second, and that'll be a 4-run deficit. Now, no outs to spare, but they have a chance for another one in this next batter at the plate as Boo is safely on second and gets the RBI for Grey Shy Guy in that last hit. Here comes Dream facing Jimmy. 4-run deficit, no outs to spare. Hits it deep into right field, and it won't be a home run, unlikely going outside of the foul pole. Jimmy to Dream again, down past center field, clears Blue Noki, and that'll be safe on first and third for Dream and Boo. Here comes Goomba up to the plate. Not had a good game so far. What can he do in this final innings to hopefully help the Flowers? He has an RBI chance with Boo sitting at third base. Jimmy, second pitch to Goomba. It's a second strike. 2 strikes on the board. 2 outs on the board. 1 more strike, and that's the game. Jimmy with the star pitch, but Goomba hits it safely down to the center field. Dream will get safely to second. Goomba safely to first. And that'll be a run home there for Boo to finally get the 6th run on the board for the Flowers. They're staging a comeback in this innings, already putting 3 runs on the board. Another RBI chance here for the Flowers. They could claw this game back. They're 3 runs down. Dream on second, Goomba on first. Green Noki up to the plate, hits it straight into the hands of Green Paratrooper, and that will be the ball game. Unlucky hit there for Green Noki. They were staging a good comeback in that 7th innings. Unfortunately, they fall 3 runs short of the Donkey Kong Wilds. What an amazing performance there by the Donkey Kong Wilds in their first game. I think we all know who their MVP is. It can be none other than Donkey Kong himself. Let's check out what the game thinks. And they agree with me. Donkey Kong had an amazing performance this game. Let's check the box scores. Unlucky performance there for the Daisy Flowers. They were staging a comeback deep in that 7th innings, but it'll be unlucky there for them. Grey Shy Guy getting the 60 MVP points, tied with Goomba for the most on the Flowers, and rounding up the top 3 will be a 50 from Hammerbro. Let's check the Donkey Kong Wilds, and 140 MVP points there for Donkey Kong. What a performance, getting 140 just batting points straight Then in second will be Blue Noki on 7, and rounding up the top 3 will be a 60-point performance from Cade. What a game there. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time for Game 2 of Day 4 of the Mushroom Baseball League. Thank you for watching.